Bible Ordinances. Tithing. Tithing, or giving a tenth of one's produce or income, has its roots in ancient biblical practices. Definition. In the Old Testament, tithing involved giving a tenth of agricultural produce. Leviticus chapter 27 verse 30 to 32. Numbers chapter 18 verse 21 to 24. Deuteronomy chapter 14 verse 22 to 29. Or livestock. Leviticus 27 verse 32 to 33. To guard especially or specifically for the Levites and the poor. Purpose. Tithes were used to support the Levites, who served in the temple and provided for the community's spiritual needs. Numbers chapter 18 verse 21 to 24. And to care for the poor and vulnerable. Deuteronomy chapter 14 verse 28 to 29. Significance. Acknowledgement of God's provision. Tithing recognizes God's sovereignty over all resources and acknowledges his provision in one's life. Psalm 24 verse 1 and 1 Chronicles chapter 29 verse 14. Support for ministry and community. Tithes were used to support those in ministry and the needy, reflecting God's care for his people. Malachi 3 verse 10 and Deuteronomy 14 verse 28 to 29. Faith and obedience. Tithing demonstrated faith in God's promises and obedience to his commands. Leviticus 27 verse 30 to 32 and Deuteronomy 14 verse 22 to 23. Application today. While the specific regulations around tithing may not directly apply to modern contexts, the principles behind it, acknowledging God's provision, supporting ministry and community, and demonstrating faith and obedience remain relevant. Giving as an act of worship. Many Christians view giving to their church and supporting charitable causes as a form of worship and a way to honor God with their resources. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 6 to 7. Supporting ministry and missions. Financial support for church ministries, missions, and community outreach programs aligns with the biblical principle of caring for others and advancing God's kingdom. Philippians chapter 4 verse 15 to 16 and 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 13 to 14. Trust in God's provision. Giving generously reflects trust in God's ability to provide for one's needs, even when giving sacrificially. Malachi 3 verse 10 and Luke chapter 6 verse 38. Why continue the practice of tithing? God's ownership. Recognizing that all belongs to God and giving back to him is a way to honor his ownership. Psalm 50 verse 10 to 12 and 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 26. Blessings and provision. Many believe that God blesses those who give generously, though this is understood in various ways across different Christian traditions. Malachi chapter 3 verse 10 and Luke chapter 6 verse 38. Cultivating generosity. Regular giving helps cultivate a generous heart and a reliance on God's provision rather than material wealth. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 6 to 8. The practice of tithing or giving reflects broader principles of stewardship, generosity, and trust in God's provision, which are applicable to various forms or in various forms today. This is Her Grace, Prophetess, Professor Smanya Abigail Carroll, PhD at Visions of Glory International. Shalom.